When you set up a network, join a network, maybe a home group, for example, there are certain libraries, maybe even folders and files that are shared. Well, of course, we can always go back and make changes to those settings, and we can take it a step further, narrowing it down to specific folders and even files that we want to share with people. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. We'll start by going directly to the desktop because that's where we handle all of that. Once at the desktop, let's go down to the very bottom on the taskbar where you'll find a shortcut to your File Explorer. Give it a click. And down the left-hand side, you'll see the Home Group section where you'll see any home groups that you may have joined as well as your own. So for me, I've joined one called David. I've also got my own here called David Rivers. Look what happens when you click Home Group over here on the left-hand side in the navigation pane. Well, you'll see the home groups that you are a part of, but look what happened to the ribbon up top. We now have a Home Group tab, and we have some options here for sharing. If you don't like any of the settings that you originally set up, you can always go back by clicking Share Libraries and Devices. You'll see the current permissions. Looks like I'm sharing everything here except for printers and devices. And to make a change, you just click the drop down. Maybe I do want to share my printers and devices, but not my videos. So I'll click that and change it to Not Shared. Once you have your settings, just click Next. You'll see a confirmation that the settings have been updated, so you can click Finish, and those changes take root. That's for sharing libraries. Libraries that your entire home group will have access to. But what if you wanted to share another folder that's not even in one of those libraries, like our exercise files, for example? Well, in that case, you actually go to the folder itself. I'm going to go to my exercise files. You can use any folder you like if you don't have the exercise files folder. But from here, after clicking Desktop, I'm going to click Exercise Files once to select it. And now I'm going to go up to the Share tab. Now it's from here where I can choose sharing options. But you may have noticed in my current view, I can't really tell if exercise files is being shared. I can hover over that folder to get a little bit of information about it. But if I really want to know, I'm going to go and change the view first. So let's click the View tab. Details is fine, so we can see all the details about our folders and our files. But what we really need is the Details pane as well. There is a keyboard shortcut, Alt-Shift and P. Let's give it a click, and now we can see over here the actual details. In this case, the date modified for me. I don't see anything here about sharing. So let's go back to the Share tab now. And if I want to share this with my home group, the entire folder, I can choose to click Home Group with View in brackets, meaning my home group. Anyone who's part of that group will be able to view the contents but not edit those contents. Or I can also give them read and write access by choosing Home Group, View, and Edit. And when I click that, it will take a moment, but the change appears over here in my Details pane shared with Home Group. And I can see it right there. Now, of course, maybe I didn't want to share the entire folder. Maybe it's just specific files in that folder. I can stop sharing at any time from here as well. So I'll click Stop Sharing, and you'll see that status disappear from our Details pane. Instead, we're going to go inside the Exercise Files folder with a double click. And now we can select the files that we do want to share. Let's select just our image files. I'm going to click Gallery 1, hold down Shift, and click Swatch to select all three of those. And over here on the right, I do see Details. Nothing here about sharing, though. So let's go to the same section here under Share With. We can choose to share as a read-only option with View, or read and write access with Home Group, View, and Edit. So when we click that, we're actually now sharing the files themselves, not the entire folder, with our home group. Meaning, as a home group member, when I go to look at this folder, I'll see that there are 3 files I have access to. Now, we don't really see anything happen over here on the right indicating that that has actually worked, but trust me, you're now sharing those files. To stop sharing those files, of course, we have the Stop Sharing option at any time. Now, that's an entire home group, but if you want to pick and choose the people you're sharing with, you can have the file selected, click Specific People, the third option, and a window opens up where you can pick and choose people that already exist. You can see I'm the only one here in my home group, but we can click a drop down to share with everyone. That makes it public, or just your home group from here, or you can also type in email addresses and add them. Let's go to the drop down, choose Everyone, and when we click Share, they become public files, and you'll see a confirmation that your files are shared. You can email someone links to these by clicking the email link. You can copy and paste the links into an email or another program by using the copy link here. Otherwise, just click done, and those files are now shared or made public. Let's close up File Explorer and press the Windows key to go back to the Start screen. That's a quick look at various ways of sharing your files and your folders, even your entire libraries with individual members and home group members here in Windows 8.